everyone, and welcome to About Town. I'm Susan Stevens.
And I'm Kathy Whiteman. Thanks so much for joining us as we continue our celebration of the holiday season here on About Town. And what a season it's been so far, my goodness. We've been all over the place, yes?
Yeah, it has been back busier than ever with the movie night, the brunch miss, the fan expo, so many great holiday events happening in the city.
And you think about everything that's happening at the Art Center as well. The symphonies have had wonderful Christmas concerts, but wait folks, it's not over yet. Irving Cares is hosting a New Year's Eve party on December 31st, and there are still tickets available. So if you're looking for something fun to do, it'd be a great way to go.
Yeah.
We're so glad that you could join us for our look at the grand reopening of Heritage Park and the Guitars and Stars concert benefiting the Irving Schools Foundation.
We'll check out the Fan Expo Holiday Market at the Irving Convention Center, and Cynthia Flores returns to the show with a review of Steven Spielberg's West Side Story. We've
also got details for you on the MLK Contest coming up soon and the Irving Salvation Army's Red Kettle campaign.
As always, we'd love to hear your feedback. Tell us about events going on around the community, people we should profile, or stories you'd like to see on the show.
You can email us at ictn@cityofirving.org or connect with us on social media. So please subscribe to our YouTube channel, like us on Facebook, and follow us on Twitter. We'd love to hear from you. The annual holiday parade returned to the Heritage District in a whole new way with the unveiling of the newly renovated Heritage Park. Thousands gathered downtown for the traditional tree lighting and a first look at the new park. Here's a look.
I want to welcome onto the stage our city council members and parks board members as we're going to cut the ribbon and dedicate this park before we do the tree lighting.
Good night, I got a feeling tonight's gonna be a good night. Tonight's gonna be a good night. Tonight's gonna be a good night. I got a feeling tonight's gonna be a good night. Tonight's gonna be a good night. Tonight's gonna be a good night.
The Irving Events team is gearing up for 2022 with several new events. Get the scoop online at irvingevents.org.
Country music fans headed to the Toyota Music Factory for great music and a great cause. Here are some highlights from Guitars and Stars benefiting the Irving Schools Foundation.
In my bedroom at midnight when I first heard Nirvana, I was 16 the first time I told a girl I loved her. It was mad I put her babe when I got my first taste of booze. Where were you? Yeah, where were you?
Tonight is our first annual Guitars and Stars event. It's a celebration of our teachers and just the years that they've been through with COVID and everything they've been dealing with. It's not just a celebration, really. We have all of our teachers coming for free tonight, all of our campus employees. This is just an opportunity for us to say, come have a good time, enjoy some food and drink, and get away from the hecticness of their lives right now.
I'm going home to be forever blessed.
We have our Nimitz band opening up, and they will be singing a couple of great songs.
I will sing God's mercy every day, every hour. He gives me power. I will sing and give thanks to thee.
And then we'll have Prophets and Outlaws perform. We have a very special video that some important people in our city and community have put together for us to thank our teachers. We'll also be announcing our Legacy Award tonight, and I can't tell you who it is yet, but it's a very special surprise, and this person has no idea that they're receiving it, so we're going to surprise them with it tonight.
This year, the 2021 Legacy Award goes to Diana Pfaff. Crystal, we already picked out who this year is going to go to. We already picked it out. We picked it out. We picked it out. I cannot believe you did this. I cannot believe you did this. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I can't think of anyone better. And Diane, I'm sorry I've had to lie to you all these months.
And then, of course, the Eli Young Band will perform as well. Because of COVID, scrambled a little bit trying to find a band, and we got a phone call from one of our donors that said, I know y'all are trying to find a band, and you know, my son would be interested. And we were like, well, who's your son? He said, well, have you heard of the Eli Young Band? And we were just blown away that they would even think of little old Irving Schools Foundation to come play. It's been a really strange time for us. It's hard to fundraise. It's been difficult to find funds for things that we know we need, because most of our loyal donors kind of put a stop to some of their giving because they were trying to figure things out too. And I'm just so grateful. We had so many great donors that stepped up, that said, we're still going to support your event tonight. We want to support the teachers. And yeah, it's just been a challenge for everyone. And we're hoping tonight we raise a lot of good funds with our auction that we have. And we're hoping people just open up their pocketbooks and support our kids. I'm excited to be able to sit back and enjoy the event, and I know the teachers that I've talked to are just so excited, and I can't wait to turn around and look at all of them just, you know, applauding for their schools. We'll have a couple shout outs for different schools, and just watching the band and having a good night.
Learn how you can impact a student's life at irvingschoolsfoundation.org. The Irving events team is barely taking a breath before gearing up for their 2022 events.
First up is the annual MLK observance, and the deadline for the essay contest is coming up pretty soon. Megan Gordon is here with all the details. Megan, great to see you.
Yeah. Good to see you guys as well.
I'm glad to see that you're awake, because you have been really working like crazy lately.
Yes, yes.
So this is an event that I always look forward to every year, and one of my favorite features of it is the essay contest. So can you tell us about the essay contest, what people can expect, and what the theme is this year?
Yeah, so this year's theme is Reaching the Mountaintop. So we're doing 3 categories based on age and grade level, so it's pretty much elementary, middle, and high school. The winners of the winners of the contest in each category will be able to present their essays at the observance on January 16th.
That's wonderful.
Yeah. Well, I guess you kind of touched on it. Like, who can enter the contest? What are the qualifications?
So the students, depending on your age grade, when you submit your application, you'll submit which category you would be a part of. Pretty much we're judging off of following the theme, originality, grammar, and spelling, and really just trying your best and submitting a really great essay that you would want us all to enjoy in observance of the holiday.
Yeah. I know I have always looked forward to it, because these kids have a lot to say, and it always is a surprise to me that they're thinking as deeply as they are about the theme. So how did you guys come up with Mountaintop? I mean, obviously we're going for the big speech, but what made you choose that this year?
Yeah, well, it was actually based off of one of his particular speeches that was named Reaching the Mountaintop. But in today's climate, how can we apply that to what the students are going through today, what our community is going through today? How can we sustain where we're at and reach the next level?
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah. So how can the students enter the contest, and when is the deadline?
So if they go to irvingevents.org, they'll see the Martin Luther King observance page, and there's a link on there to submit their essays online. The deadline is January 4th.
All
right, fantastic. So folks, if you would like to be a part of the MLK Essay Contest this year, the essays are actually being accepted right now. The deadline is January 4th, and make sure that you save the date for the MLK observance, which is going to be on Sunday, January 16th, starting at 6 p.m. Get your details at irvingevents.org. Cynthia Flores returns to the show with a review of Steven Spielberg's West Side Story and a preview of Cyrano in this edition of Feature Flicks.
Hi, today I want to tell you about two musical films that will surely be competitors come Oscar time. Let's start with what's in the theaters now, and that's the new film from Steven Spielberg. I am talking about none other than the new version of the classic musical West Side Story. I am a proud theater nerd, and I wasn't too thrilled to hear he was remaking one of my favorite musicals. I mean, I even know all the words to the songs from the show. So I had a huge chip on my shoulder when I went into the screening for this new West Side Story. However, I have to admit that Steven Spielberg did right by this film. This new version is not a carbon copy of the original Academy Award-winning film. Instead, it's a loving revival of the Broadway show. This new West Side Story stars Ansel Elgort, Rachel Zegler, Ariana DeBose, David Alvarez, Rita Moreno, Brian DeArchie James, Mike Feist, and Josh Andres Rivera. For those of you who don't know the plot of the original musical written by Pulitzer Prize-winning playwright Tony Kushner, it's a take on Shakespeare's Romeo and Juliet, the historic story of star-crossed lovers. In the film West Side Story, the place is the Upper West Side of New York City in the mid-1950s, back when it was a blue-collar neighborhood and not a ritzy borough. Two teenage ethnic gangs are fighting over the right to belong there. The Jets, led by Riff, and the Sharks, led by Bernardo. The star-crossed lovers here are Tony, a former member of the Jets, and Maria, Bernardo's little sister. They meet at a dance and fall in love. Tragedy ensues through extended dance scenes and searing, unforgettable songs. Thankfully, Spielberg and his team treated the material with the reverence it deserves. The two main changes he made were, first, casting culturally appropriate performers for the roles and having them actually sing the songs themselves. And second, changing the character of Doc, who runs the neighborhood pharmacy, into a female character. Now Valentina, his widow, who runs the store. The part is done by the amazing Rita Moreno, who was the first Latina to win an Academy Award as Best Supporting Actress when she played Anita in the original film version of this show. She's also the executive producer for this movie. The cast of this film is wonderful. I left our screening for this musical totally hooked on this new West Side Story. This movie is so good that you don't even feel the 2-hour and 36-minute running time. I am even willing to publicly say that Steven Spielberg's West Side Story is even better than the original. There, I said it. I hope you get to see it this Christmas in theaters and on the big screen to enjoy this film in all its dancing and singing glory. Next, I want to leave you with a preview of the new musical that puts a twist on the French story of Cyrano de Bergerac.
We have no money. A clever marriage is your only option.
I won't be rescued. I'm not in distress. Love, does that mean nothing to you?
Children need love. Adults need money.
Instead of a disfiguringly large nose, he is a man of very short stature. It stars Peter Dinklage, Haley Bennett, and Calvin Harrison Jr.
I'd give anything for someone to say that they can't live without me and they'll be there forever.
I have a confession to make. I am madly in love.
Perhaps he feels the same.
But I've never actually spoken to him.
Of your love?
Of anything. He is Christian Neuvillette. He's a new recruit in your regiment.
Of course he is.
A woman like Roxanne wants wit, romance, poetry. I don't know how to speak romantically.
I am a poet. My words upon your lips. I will make you romantic.
It'll have a very limited theatrical release this December to qualify for the 2021 award season. But when it opens wide in time for Valentine's Day next year, it just might have a few Oscars tucked under its magnificent belt.
Speak to me like you do in your letters.
You are a beautiful flower.
I am not a flower. I need more.
You're in love with her.
My fate is to love her from afar.
We must let her decide our fate. She must have the choice.
West Side Story is currently playing at AMC Irving Mall and Alamo Drafthouse Cinema, Las Colinas.
The familiar red kettles are all over the Metroplex, but did you know they benefit many programs right here in Irving?
Lieutenant Cody Johns with Salvation Army Irving is here to tell us more about the Red Kettle campaign. Welcome to the show, Lieutenant Johns.
Thank you, Kathy.
And welcome to Irving.
Yeah.
Yes, really love it here. It's a great community.
So everybody has seen the red kettles, yes. And you're sort of just a ubiquitous part of Christmas. People see the red kettles, they hear the bell, and on. But not a lot of people know the history of it. You shared a little bit with us earlier. Can you share that with our viewers?
Yes, I would love to, Kathy. You know, our Red Kettle program started actually in 1891 with a Salvation Army captain by the name of Joseph McPhee. He wanted to see how he could be able to make a Christmas dinner for the community in San Francisco. And he saw there was a great need, and so he just said, hey, we're going to do a Christmas dinner for over 1,000 people. And he's like, wait, there's one big obstacle I'm having here. He's like, how am I going to pay for all of this after I've already said we're doing this? Right. And so he just thought many nights and lost a lot of sleep. And he's like, hey, he was remembering back his days as a sailor in London, of that when they came back from shore, there would be a pot, an iron kettle, and they would call it the Simpsons pot, and they would throw things in there. And so he's like, you know what, hey, I'm gonna take that same idea, and that's how the Salvation Army Red Kettle program is actually brought. And he left it there where they would put a couple of dollars here and there, and was able to actually provide a whole Christmas dinner for San Francisco. And it's been, yes, and it's been continued ever since.
That is wonderful. That's great history.
It is.
Yeah,
yes.
yeah. So what are your goals for this year?
So our goal this year is $85,000. Okay. We only have about 10 days left of our kettle program. And so as of now, we're at $28,535.
Okay.
So we're about 30% of our goal. So with only 10 days left, we're trying to push it.
Yeah, absolutely. And because those funds that you raise for Irving impact the programs that you have here in Irving. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
That is correct. All of the proceeds that we raise in our red kettles, wherever you see in your local stores, stay in Irving. It doesn't go to one large pot. It stays here to do so many programs. And actually in our programs at our core, we do a food pantry, we help with rental assistance, we help with different financial assistance with that. And we also have what is really dear to me and my wife's heart is our Boys and Girls Club, which in the next couple of months will actually provide scholarships for parents that can't actually maybe afford the full tuition, that we can go in there and actually help them so that they can have a place for their child to be at while their parents are working.
Yeah, that's great, and that's a huge benefit to the community, and it's great to know that those dollars are right here, and they're making a difference in lives right here in the community.
Yeah,
yes,
absolutely, absolutely. So how can viewers help the cause?
So there's a lot of ways you can help. One of our biggest ways, we have if you want to register to ring the bell for us, you can actually go to www.registerring.com. You go in there, you want to sign up you can do it as an individual, you can do it as a group. If you have a business that wants to get together, you just click on whichever one you want. You put your area code of what you're in, your zip code, and it puts all of our different locations that we have, and you just click on one. We go from 10 a.m. to 7 a.m. and we can send an email to me once you register. You can do it that way. Or we also have a virtual red kettle that we have, which I really enjoy. Something new that we are doing this year is that we have a QR code where you can scan it and actually goes right to our Irving kettle. So you don't have to really go to anyone and try to find a red kettle. You can do that. You just push donate and you're able to put in whatever amount that you would like. And you can actually see our goal on that website of that QR code.
Great. That's really smart.
Yeah, really good idea.
Well, because a lot of people still aren't getting out, you know,
Yes.
and this is still an opportunity so folks can help. Thank you so much, Lieutenant Johns. It's a pleasure to meet you. Welcome to Irving, and we wish you the absolute most success with the Red Kettle campaign.
Well, thank you so much. And I also want to do one more thing. If you're ever out in the community and you would love to come by our facility, it is at 250 East Wallweiler. We'd love to sit down with you, give us a call, and we would love to sit down and show you our new facility and just show you all the different things that we are doing right here in the Irving community.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. For information on how you can give or volunteer, visit salvationarmyntx.org.
The Fan Expo Holiday Market at the Irving Convention Center was the place to be for Santa sightings and unique fandom Christmas gifts. Here's a look at all the fun.
I am here with Santa, and we're taking pictures with all the people from Irving and North Texas. So much fun.
Brought a little cold weather with me down from the North Pole, so it's kind of nice and festive, and everyone seems to be having a good time. So I'm taking pictures and adding people to the nice list.
The Irving Convention Center got into the Christmas spirit with its first ever Fan Expo Dallas Holiday Market.
I plan on making my way around and seeing if I can get a little last minute Christmas shopping in.
We've been hosting the shows here in Irving for a number of years, but this year with all the pandemic and schedules shifting, we weren't able to host our usual fall event here. So we got thinking, let's do something for the holidays. And it's a really fun way to celebrate. We haven't seen a lot of our fans and our vendors this year. It's a way of just capping off the weirdest year ever with a little bit of a nerdy Christmas spin. One of the key focuses for this event is holiday shopping for every nerd on your list. So you can come here. These are all small businesses. These are people that set up this small business for this day, so you can get in and get out, no shipping hassles, the parking is easy, and you can catch everyone on your list. In terms of the holiday attractions, we're doing fun things like a cosplay red carpet with a festive twist.
Lumine, Genshin Impact. She's the Traveler. And I am Amber, also from Genshin Impact. She's the first person the Traveler meets, and she helps along the entire quest. Well, we all know Kylo Ren is a Supreme Leader of the First Order, and what better way to wish you a Merry Sithmas.
Some attendees told Santa their Christmas wishes.
Did you know Santa's coming over there?
Yes, I saw that. Santa? I know him!
Santa has a unique geeky twist to it because instead of the traditional North Pole throne, you're actually sitting on a throne on the Star Wars set.
My most favorite thing about events like these are the people. It's great being around a group of people who are like-minded, who all have varying fandoms that they love, but yet they all love each other because of their love of fandoms.
While others took part in the indoor snowball fight.
We know you don't get a lot of snow here in Texas, but some of the friends that run the show, we happen to be from Canada. So we thought, what better fun than to bring a little bit of the Great White North down to Irving. So the indoor snowball fight, we hope that kids will run in there, that they'll stack up the boxes, make a fort, toss some snowballs at each other.
It's fun. We're all coming out here having a great time. And well, that's about the only snowball fight we're going to get down here when temperature's sometimes 80 degrees in December. So we're going to rock it.
And of course, everyone stopped by a number of different booths that expressed artist creativity, including comic book professionals, designers, and even bakers.
I make gourmet custom chocolate pretzels. I have today with me Harry Potter, comic book characters, and some Star Wars. For my first year in business, I was making just caramel wrapped pretzels, and that's become our signature pretzel. And then after that, both my kids kind of started helping me just put other things on pretzels, and it kind of expanded from there.
Whether you were looking for a sweet treat or a neat gift, there was something for everyone to geek out about at the Fan Expo Dallas Holiday Market.
Honestly, seeing the cosplayers, that's a lot of fun.
It's always so amazing to see what people make and what they do for a living.
I'm a huge Star Wars nerd, but I also love Star Trek, sci-fi, fantasy.
Buddy the Elf.
Buddy the Elf. Obviously, everybody loves Buddy the Elf.
We think it's a really fun way to cap off a pretty hard year.
For About Town, this is Susan Stevens.
To find out more about upcoming events at the Convention Center, visit irvingconventioncenter.com.
For the 29th year, the Irving Arts Center has filled the main gallery with holiday trees, decorated by Irving schools, civic groups, and charitable organizations. This year's theme is Red, White, and the Blues. Here's a look and a list of great ways to celebrate the season about town. And here are a couple of other great ways to keep your holidays merry and bright in our happenings about town. Holiday Lights at Centennial Park continues through December 26th. Take a stroll around the park and enjoy the beautiful displays from dusk to 10 p.m.
There are still a few tickets left for Irving Cares New Year's Eve party on Friday, December 31st from 8 p.m. to 1 a.m. at the Irving Convention Center. Visit irvingcares.org for ticket information. And that wraps up this edition of About Town. Thanks for joining us.
Please be sure to tune in next time for part 1 of our annual look back at the best stories of the year.
Check out the Best of About Town 2021 and see if your favorite stories are in the mix.
We'll leave you tonight with another look at the surprise drone show at the Heritage Park grand reopening. For About Town, I'm Kathy Whiteman.
And I'm Susan Stevens. Have a great evening.